Good evening, and welcome to What's Your Story? I'm your host, James Ransom Reed, Jr. What does a holiday mean to you? What is a key component of this holiday season? You're right, music. And have we got music for you tonight? Yes, all of us here at Nutmeg Public Access TV want to wish you the happiest of holidays and a very prosperous new year. But before we get started, we're going to get a little information about the people who are bringing us this marvelous music to send you on your way. My guest is Ertan Sinar, and he will tell you about himself and introduce the marvelous musicians who are here to serenade you. Ertan?
Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you for having us here. It's wonderful, and we started this holiday season not only with this interaction, but with our Simsbury Community Band concert on December 3rd, where we performed some holiday music of Leroy Anderson, but we had the wonderful, your own host, James Reed, there reading the speaker part of Lincoln Portrait by Aaron Copland. And it was a marvelous concert, and if you were there, you can give us a little applause again. Yes, thank you. But Jim asked us to come here and tell you a little bit about, what's my story, and this is a wonderful thing, but I thought we'd just connect that with the Simsbury Community Band. I've been the director of Simsbury Community Band for 16 years. I'm a graduate of the Hart School and a adjunct faculty member there through the Hart School, as well as the community division at the Hart School for, this is my 30th anniversary.
Wow.
This year, 2023. And wonderful connections, and the community is fantastic. Simsbury is extremely supportive. We have a wonderful band of over 60 members. It's a wind band, so wind, brass, and percussion, bringing wonderful music through the month of July, every Wednesday night in July at Simsbury Farms, as well as a concert in early December, as well as March. That gives an array of different styles of music, from your classic concert marches to movie music to different thematic music to orchestral music that's been transcribed for concert band. And today we have a fantastic duo. Two of our members, we couldn't get all 60 plus members in the studio this afternoon, but we have Lisa Eels and Janet Stodd, two of our flute players from the section, to kind of help kick off this holiday spirit of wonderful holiday music with flute duets. And we're going to hear two pieces right now, Joy to the World, and also Bring the Torch, Jeanette Isabella.
Wow, thank you. Much more music to come. As I was listening with Ayrton, it occurred to me how this all came about. And one of the musicians here today is Lisa. And Lisa and I attend Avon Congregational Church. And there was a tea put on at our church, and Lisa came to play. And I believe, yeah, she was a part of it as well. And Ayrton heard, I was a server at the tea, and Ayrton heard me speaking, and he immediately followed me into the kitchen and said, hey, look, I got this thing coming up, this Lincoln thing, and I think you can do this. I would like to talk with you about it. And so as he said in his opening, we did the Lincoln thing out at Simsbury on December 3rd. It was a marvelous event, but all of this goodness, all this beauty, all of this music is coming to you because of the connection I have with Lisa and our church, and now Ayrton and all the wonderful people. So, Ayrton, thank you for coming into the kitchen, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate I appreciate it so very much that you did that, because, you know, the holiday season wouldn't be much if there weren't music. Would you agree?
I remember that day. It was an interesting day because we had the trio. We had not only Lisa and Janet, but Lynn Tracy to make out the flute trio. And it was a rainy day, and I was helping move equipment, and I went into the church. And I love to hear the music and love to see the people, but it was one of those things that it was a little bit of a, you know, gosh, I got to get the umbrella, move the car, this and that. But serendipity, as would have it, our meeting, music, connections, our concert on December 3rd, as well as this connection now here on Nutmeg TV, is a wonderful thing. Sharing music, broadcasting it out beyond just the seats of a church or concert hall is a beautiful thing, and that's what we love to do. And you know, that's part of my story, is that I've loved to do that. You know, making people happy, bringing the music, having a celebratory season of joy, no matter what religious celebrations. It's about goodwill, faith, and human connections. And I guess with that, we bring a little more music to you. And this is some Christmas music continued with hopefully everybody after the Thanksgiving feast starts to decorate their houses and halls, and we'll continue with Deck the Halls, and then follow that up with Hark, one of my favorites, Hark the Heralds Angels Sing. So again, to Lisa and Janet with Deck the Hall.
You know, you can follow us on YouTube. You can get this marvelous music that you are listening to, and there's still more music to come. Ertan, the performance we did on December 3rd, is that online anywhere for people to see?
That will be online, and that will be at our website, simsburyband.org, Simsbury Community Band's website, simsburyband.org, and you'll be able to stream that there with other performances, our past performances, and wonderful photos of years past, and also get your information about our upcoming concerts and such. So it's a place to visit every once in a while to make sure you're up to date with what's happening with Simsbury Band.
And how many years did we celebrate December 3rd?
That was a wonderful also connection of the celebration was this 2023 is the 50th anniversary of Simsbury Community Band. So, you know, the website is not 50 years old, but the band is. All the information is up to date on simsburyband.org, as well as our concerts, photos, videos, and we'll be able to see our performance up there shortly. So
I understand that one member present on the 3rd was there from the very beginning.
Our baritone saxophone player, Dick Meyer, has been there since the inception of the band, November of 1973.
Wow.
So that's a wonderful connection, you know, and that reminds me of a story of a former member that's no longer with us.
Yeah.
He passed at the age of 104. He quit the band, if you will, at 100. But he always said to me, and he said it multiple times, that he loved music, he loved the band, Mort Fine, our clarinetist, and he said wherever he moved a few different places, a wonderful engineer, but great musician, and he said, you know, wherever I moved, I always made sure I found the musicians, and if I found the musicians, I found the good people. Wow. And so that's a wonderful community connection where, you know, we are making music, we work hard, we practice every Wednesday, all year long, but the real thing is that we're making these wonderful human connections, practicing together, playing music, bringing joy to people and of all ages, from 104 to 2 years old, and that really brings a wonderful satisfaction to me. So I'm very blessed to be part of this organization.
We're blessed to have you guys here. Would you want to continue with the music?
I think that's a good idea. We're going to continue with What Child Is This? Greensleeves, also known as, and a perfect backup to that is O Come All Ye Faithful. Jenna and Lisa.
One of the things I often think about is the history that I have lived through. I'm sure I'm no different than you. You've thought of the same thing. And of course, being of African American descent, I think about the civil rights movement, and I think about the soundtrack of the civil rights movement, gospel music, music that lifted people up and gave them hope and let them know that there was a brighter day coming, music that touched the soul, that brought tears to the eyes. Every life has a soundtrack. We all do. And if you stop and think about it, it's indelibly etched in your inner chambers of your subconscious. A song will trigger a thought, an emotion, a feeling, a past event. Music has the power to heal. Whether you believe that or not, it truly does. I know that because music has helped to heal me in those periods when I was very low, like you may have been in your life. I turned to poetry and I turned to music to lift me up. And I'm just so grateful tonight that we have these marvelous musicians who God has blessed to be able to bring us the music to lift our spirits. Anton, Erton, I want to call you Anton.
That's all right.
Erton, was I right or was I wrong?
Perfect.
Was I right, Erton? Did I get it?
You're right. You hit the nail on the head, as they say. And this crosses, it crosses age, it crosses civilizations, it crosses cultural differences. It brings us together. It really makes us feel, this one recipe of humanity is the backdrop of music. And it brings the brotherhood, sisterhood together. We work together. We can perform together. We have an end result of a performance together. And that leading up to it brings us even closer and really makes us see a common goal and a commonality of just what being a human can be. Right. And if that's not the best soundtrack ever, I would say I don't know what is. So
when I do my radio show at WRTC 89.3 FM, my catchphrase is that I play music from the archives of your lives. That's exactly what I do. And we have an archive of music inside of us. How sad it is that people don't appreciate the beauty of music, how they wake up sad and go to bed sad. You don't need to do that. Find music, let it enter your soul, let it move you, let it bring you up. It can, if you'll let it. Erton?
And that's the wonderful thing about this organization, Simsbury Community Band, is that we not only perform music, but we come together weekly as individuals to create the common goal of making music together. And that's a wonderful enrichment where these individual lives come together, myself included. I'm so blessed to be part of this group for the 16 years. I hope I can be part as long as I'm, standing on this side of the soil. Yes.
Gotcha.
I have to thank, in my history and part of my story is Dr. William Willett is really the one professor emeritus of the Hart School who I met in 2000, who introduced me to this band, who encouraged me to audition to become conductor of this group. And all my musical endeavors, as struggles as they have been over my 50 years of my life,
Yes.
this has been one of the most musically satisfying groups, not only just in terms of musical production, but just in the brother-sisterhood of making music together, of becoming friends, of socialization, and finding the good people, as to requote what Mort said. And I think, "O Come All Ye Faithful," and one of the pieces that we were lucky to have Kurt Anderson, the son of Leroy Anderson, at our performance on December 3rd.
Yes.
And the Christmas festival with the wonderful brass section of trombones playing "O Come All Ye Faithful," that triggered, hairs to rise one more time. And I said, oh my goodness, that's so wonderful. And so thank you again. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us here. And we have, this time of year, hopefully everyone's on the nice list and nobody watching is on the naughty list.
Yes.
But our last piece that we're going to play with Janet and Lisa is Jolly Old Saint Nick, and hopefully he'll be visiting your house a few weeks from today.
Thank you so very much. You can follow us on YouTube. Yes, you can. Ertan, Lisa, Janet, my goodness gracious, what a blessing for me. All of us here at Nutmeg Public Access TV wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a safe, healthy, happy, and prosperous New Year. That's all the time we have for this show. What's your story? Everybody has a story. What's yours? I am your host, James Ransom Reed. Good night and Merry Christmas.
I'm your host, Kurt Barwis. Today, I have a very special guest, Dr. Andrew Lin.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name's Chuck Wooden.
Decision for ourselves for this week if we want to be made well.
Hi, welcome to the crack of dawn. It's Dawn Lombardi. I'm starting the painting. It's going to be the cliffs with some water. Love it.
He took me on the sets of Lost in Space, Batman.
Everybody has a story. What's yours? Until next time.